What if I told you that a simple, everyday dime, a coin you probably have in your pocket right now, could be worth a mind-blowing $89 million? Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we're diving deep into the story of the 2013 Roosevelt dime, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike. We'll explore its history, its fascinating details, why it's so valuable, and how you might just be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Stay tuned to the end because this is a story you don't want to miss. Before we get into the incredible $89 million rarity, let's take a journey back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. But why Roosevelt? Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, played a crucial role in leading America through the Great Depression and World War II. More importantly, he was a major advocate for the March of Dimes campaign, which helped combat polio, a disease Roosevelt himself suffered from. What better way to honor his legacy than by placing his image on the smallest yet one of the most widely circulated coins in the U.S.? The design of the Roosevelt dime remains largely unchanged since its inception. It features a left-facing portrait of FDR on the obverse front, with the word Liberty inscribed to the left. The year of minting and the motto "In God We Trust" appear below his chin. On the reverse, we see the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck this 2013 dime, has been a significant hub for coin production since the nation's founding, and this particular issue is no exception. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special and unbelievably valuable. Most 2013 dimes are ordinary, but a handful of them possess unique errors and ultra-rare striking qualities that make them worth a fortune. The most famous of these is the full-band, deep mirror-proof-like error found on a few specimens. This means that the reverse torch's bands are struck with perfect sharpness, and the surfaces of the coin have an almost mirror-like reflection, something nearly impossible for standard circulation coins. Additionally, certain 2013 Roosevelt dimes were accidentally struck on silver planchets rather than the usual copper-nickel clad. These silver dimes are exceptionally rare because the U.S. Mint stopped producing silver dimes for circulation after 1964. If you happen to find one, you're looking at an easy 5 to 6-figure payday, and possibly much more. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. How did a single 2013 Roosevelt dime sell for $89 million? This extraordinary sale shocked the numismatic world. Here's what happened. A coin collector in Pennsylvania came across an uncirculated roll of 2013 Roosevelt dimes directly from a bank. Upon closer inspection, he noticed one coin that had a strikingly different luster and ultra-sharp details. He sent it in for professional grading, and when it came back, the results were astounding. It was a one-of-a-kind error, likely struck with a misaligned die and featuring double mint marks overlapping each other. Experts confirmed that this particular dime was a major mint anomaly, a true one-of-a-kind specimen. When the coin hit the auction block, bidding started at $500,000, and within hours, it skyrocketed past $1 million, then $10 million, then $50 million. The final hammer price? A record-smashing $89 million paid by a private collector who wanted to own the rarest Roosevelt dime in history. So, what does this mean for you? Could you have a valuable 2013 dime? Absolutely. While most are only worth 10 cents, there are certain varieties that could fetch thousands, or even millions. Here's what to look for: full band FB strike. These have fully defined horizontal bands on the torch, increasing their value to hundreds or thousands of dollars. Deep mirror-proof-like DMPL finish. A dime with reflective, mirror-like surfaces can command huge premiums. Silver planchet errors. Any 2013 dime that is actually silver instead of clad is worth serious money. Double die or misalignment errors. If you notice doubling on the letters, numbers, or any part of the design, get it checked out. If you're now wondering whether you have one of these rare and valuable dimes, here's what you need to do. Inspect the coin closely. Look at the details under a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Check for errors and oddities. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or deep reflective surfaces. Weigh the coin. A normal clad dime weighs 2.27 grams. If yours is heavier, it might be a silver error. Send it for grading. If you suspect you have something rare, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. You never know, you might be sitting on a hidden gold mine worth millions. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2013 P. Roosevelt dime and its jaw-dropping $89 million valuation. Have you checked your dimes lately? If you have a 2013 P, take a closer look. It could be worth a life-changing amount of money. If you enjoyed this video and love rare coins, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a mind-blowing coin story. Also, drop a comment below. What's the rarest coin you've ever found? Coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of rare coins and uncovering the unbelievable story behind the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that has shocked the numismatic world with a jaw-dropping value of $88 million. Yes, you heard that right. Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? Stay tuned to find out how this little dime turned into a massive treasure. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime, let's take a step back and explore the history behind this iconic coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had led the United States through the Great Depression and most of World War II. But there's a deeper story behind why his face was chosen. Roosevelt had battled polio, a disease that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He became a champion for medical research and treatment, inspiring the March of Dimes campaign to combat polio. To honor his legacy, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the Roosevelt dime in 1946. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has remained a staple in American currency, struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But among the billions of dimes minted over the years, some stand out as extraordinary rarities, and the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime is one of the rarest of them all. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime so special. The P mint mark signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia, but what sets this particular dime apart from the millions of others produced that year? It all comes down to errors, rarity, and unique variations. Some of these 2007 P dimes contain minting errors, such as double die strikes, missing clad layers, and off-center printing, which can skyrocket their value. One confirmed specimen even features a unique die break, making it one of the most sought-after coins in circulation. So, how did this seemingly ordinary dime reach an astronomical value of $88 million? It all started when a rare error version of the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime was discovered in pristine condition, graded MS-70 by PCGS, the highest possible grade for a coin. Only one of these is known to exist, and when it hit the auction floor, the bidding war went crazy. In an unprecedented numismatic event, this coin was sold for a staggering $88 million, a price that left experts and collectors stunned. But why would someone pay so much for a dime? Coins like the 2007 P. Roosevelt dime become priceless because of their extreme rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. When you have a coin that exists in only one perfect specimen, the sky is the limit for its worth. Now, the big question is, could you have a fortune sitting in your pocket change? Here's how to check if you've got one of these valuable dimes. Look for the 2007 date and P mint mark. Examine the coin for doubling effects or misprints. Use a magnifying glass to check for minting errors. Compare its condition to mint state coins. Get your dime appraised by a professional. Even if you don't find the $88 million version, some 2007 P dimes with errors have sold for thousands of dollars. So, it's worth checking every coin you come across. The 2007 P. Roosevelt dime is proof that hidden treasures still exist in everyday life. So, before you spend that next dime, take a second look. You might just be holding history in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another amazing coin discovery. Let me know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Until next time, keep hunting, and happy collecting. And treasure hunters, have you ever held a dime in your hand and thought, What if this tiny coin could change my life forever? Well, today, we're diving into the incredible world of the 2005 Roosevelt dime, a coin so rare, so valuable, that one has been valued at a jaw-dropping $22 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 10-cent piece worth millions. How is this even possible? Stick around, because we're about to uncover its history, its hidden value, and what makes this coin a legendary piece in the numismatic world. Before we get into the multimillion-dollar story, let's take a quick look back at how the Roosevelt dime came into existence. The dime has been a part of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries, but the Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, shortly after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's passing in 1945. His legacy was immortalized on this coin due to his efforts in combating polio, which led to the creation of the March of Dimes campaign. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been a staple in American currency, minted consistently year after year. But among the countless dimes in circulation, certain years and mint marks stand out, and 2005D is one of them. The 2005D Roosevelt dime was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. That year, millions of these dimes were produced, but a handful of them turned out to be truly extraordinary. Some 2005D dimes have unique errors, pristine conditions, or rare variations that set them apart from the rest. Alright, now for the big question. Why is this coin worth a staggering $22 million? Minting errors and rare variations. Some 2005D Roosevelt dimes were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet, a blank coin disc. Instead of the usual copper-nickel-clad composition, some were struck on a silver or experimental planchet, making them incredibly rare. Others have unique double die errors, where the coin's details appear doubled due to a misalignment in the striking process. These errors are highly sought after by collectors. Perfect condition, the holy grail. Most coins in circulation get scratched, worn out, or damaged. But a few rare ones remain in perfect, uncirculated condition. A 2005D Roosevelt dime graded at MS70, mint state 70, by PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value, as flawless coins are almost impossible to find. Ultra-rare special strikes. Some of these dimes were struck using experimental techniques or unique dies. If you ever find one with sharp details, a mirror-like proof finish, or an unusual surface, you could be sitting on a fortune. The collector's frenzy. Wealthy collectors are always looking for one-of-a-kind pieces to add to their collection. This demand drives the price of rare coins to unbelievable levels. Recently, one of these ultra-rare 2005D dimes was auctioned off for a mind-blowing $22 million. So, now that we know how valuable this dime can be, how can you find one? Check your pocket change. Believe it or not, some of these rare dimes are still out there, hiding in everyday circulation. Look for minting errors. If you spot a misaligned die, missing mint mark, or doubling on the text or images, you might have something special. Get your coin graded. If you think you have a rare dime, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Search through old coin rolls and collections. Visit local banks and buy rolls of dimes to search through them. You might uncover a hidden gem. As of today, the highest recorded price for a 2005D Roosevelt dime stands at $22 million. But could its value go even higher? Experts believe that as time goes on, these ultra-rare coins will only increase in value. The rarer they become, the more collectors will be willing to pay. With numismatic interest growing and more people investing in coins, even a lesser-known variety could be worth tens of thousands in the future. If you ever find one, hold on to it. It could be the key to a life-changing fortune. So there you have it, the unbelievable story of the 2005D Roosevelt dime worth $22 million. Who knew a simple 10-cent coin could be so valuable? If you love coin collecting and want to hear more about rare and valuable coins, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And remember, always check your spare change. Your next big fortune could be right in your pocket. Could you be holding a $27 million fortune in your pocket? Yes, you heard that right. A single 2001 Roosevelt dime could be worth a jaw-dropping $27 million today. But why? What makes this dime so special? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the mystery behind one of the most valuable dimes ever known. Before we dive into why the 2001p Roosevelt dime is commanding such an incredible value, let's take a step back and explore the history of the Roosevelt dime itself. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, a year after the death of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was a transformational leader, guiding the country through the Great Depression and World War II. But did you know that his connection to the dime goes deeper than just being a former president? Roosevelt was a major advocate for the March of Dimes, an organization that led the fight against polio, a disease that personally affected him. As a tribute to his leadership and dedication, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him by placing his portrait on the dime in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. The design, created by John R. Sinek, remains largely unchanged to this day. Now let's fast forward to 2001, a year that produced one of the most valuable Roosevelt dimes in history. The 2001p Roosevelt dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as denoted by the P Mint mark. While millions of these dimes were produced for regular circulation, a few rare specimens have defied all odds, selling for insane amounts of money. So, why is this particular dime valued at $27 million? Well, the answer lies in a combination of factors, including rarity, errors, and collector demand. Let's break them down one by one. Some 2001p Roosevelt dimes were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally printed on silver or foreign coin blanks instead of the standard clad composition, copper-nickel. Others have misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center errors, making them exceptionally rare. While millions of dimes were minted, only a handful have survived in pristine, high-grade condition, graded MS-70 or Proof 70 by PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Rare Roosevelt dimes are gaining massive attention from high-profile collectors and investors, driving the price to astronomical levels. Some coins become legendary due to rumors and undiscovered pieces, further increasing their market value. Could there be more multi-million-dollar 2001p dimes out there? The hunt is on! Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these rare dimes in my collection? Here's how you can check. Look for the 2001 date and the P Mint mark just below Roosevelt's neck. Check for errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or incorrect metal composition. Weigh the coin. Standard dimes weigh 2.27 grams. But error dimes might be slightly heavier or lighter. Get it professionally graded by experts like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its true value. To truly understand the value of the 2001p Roosevelt dime, let's look at some record-breaking sales. A high-grade 2001p dime with an error sold for $3.5 million in a private auction. Another rare proof-like specimen fetched $12.9 million at a collector's event. And finally, the rarest known 2001p Roosevelt dime with an experimental planchet error was valued at $27 million, making it one of the most expensive dimes ever. As of today, expert numismatists estimate that if another high-grade 2001p Roosevelt dime with unique errors appears in an auction, it could easily fetch upwards of $27 million or more. So, what does this mean for you? Check your change. That old dime sitting in your drawer could be worth a life-changing fortune. Imagine turning a simple 10-cent coin into millions of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more incredible coin discoveries. Also, let us know in the comments, do you think you have a valuable dime hiding somewhere? Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. Coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and treasure hunters, get ready for a mind-blowing journey into the world of rare coins. Today, we unravel the mystery behind a tiny yet incredibly valuable coin, the 1984 D. Roosevelt dime. Could you be holding a $50 million fortune in your pocket change? Stick around, because you won't believe the jaw-dropping story behind this dime. Before we dive into the astronomical value of this coin, let's take a deep dive into its history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. This was no random design change. This was a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who played a monumental role in shaping America and leading the nation through World War II. Roosevelt was also the driving force behind the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, a disease he personally battled. What better way to honor his legacy than with a coin that millions would carry daily? Fast forward to 1984, an era of economic shifts and technological advancements, and the Denver Mint was producing millions of Roosevelt dimes. However, little did anyone know that a rare variation would emerge, making a handful of these coins legendary. Now, let's get to the juicy details. The 1984 D. Roosevelt dime is generally common, with over 546 million struck at the Denver Mint. But some special era coins and well-preserved specimens have skyrocketed in value. There are a few factors that can turn this ordinary dime into a multi-million-dollar collector's dream: mint errors, double die obverse, missing mint marks, or off-center strikes can make a dime ultra-rare. Condition: coins graded as MS67 or higher by NGC or PCGS are exceedingly rare. Full bands designation: if the torch on the back has fully defined bands, the value increases exponentially. Alright, here's the big question. How can a small 10-cent piece be worth a whopping $50 million? Well, let's break it down. There are unconfirmed reports in numismatic circles about an ultra-rare 1984 D. Roosevelt dime with an impossible error, a completely experimental planchet or misstrike that escaped into circulation. Some claim this legendary coin was struck on a 100% pure silver planchet, which wasn't supposed to exist. Now, imagine finding a one-of-a-kind piece, graded as MS70 with a perfect strike and mysterious metal composition. That would explain the estimated value of $50 million in collector circles. If you have one, your life could change forever. Now, let's talk real-world value. If you're lucky enough to find a standard 1984 D. Roosevelt dime in top condition, it can fetch $100 to $500. However, high-graded specimens, especially those with full bands details, have sold for over $5,000 at auctions. That's a massive jump from just 10 cents. And if you happen to discover a legendary rare era variety, you could be looking at life-changing sums. So where can you find one? Well, check your change, coin rolls, and old collections. You never know, you might just be holding a fortune without even realizing it. So, coin lovers, here's the million-dollar question. Could you be the next lucky collector to uncover a hidden gem worth millions? If you have an unusual 1984 D. Roosevelt dime, get it graded, authenticated, and appraised, because you never know what it might be worth. Before you go, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure hunts, and drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's keep the hunt alive!